Hello, everybody. I said later today, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing the next episode for the Brighid Along 2020 with Sassafras Grove and day 6. And this is the aspect of Brighid who is the warrior. Let's see which thing they connected to. They connect it to courage, which makes absolute sense when you're talking about a warrior. A warrior should have courage, even if they're absolutely, being willing to do what is necessary, even though you're absolutely terrified, is kind of my definition of courage. So that really does connect with the warrior type, where they're not really acting in offensive. They're more acting in defense of themselves. That's kind of the aspect that they're conferring here. Now, I've never actually connected in my practice with the aspect of Brighid as a warrior, but honestly, it makes a lot of sense, considering the mythology surrounding Brighid. A woman in that particular area would have to be able to defend herself, and it was expected of women to be just as much of a warrior as their male counterparts would have been. That's one of the things that amazed the Romans. It was their women were not at home where they were supposed to be. They were actually out in the battlefield alongside the men, and they were fighting with the men. That's one thing that really surprised them and appalled them in some ways. But I found that absolutely fantastic. So I'm reading from the website once again. I read a lot of stuff from the website because there's a ton of things on the website that they have for here, the blog post that's attributed for this particular episode. So check it out. I will once again put a link to it in the show notes. And coming from the website is welcome to the aspect, blah, blah, blah. The iconography of Brigantia herself has played a large part in the inspiring how we work with Brighid's aspect, her warrior aspect in Sassafras Grove. This famous Roman-era bas relief found in Scotland shows the goddess holding a spear and a globe, conjuring depictions of Roman warrior goddesses, but it is clearly marked Brigantia, which is another name for Brighid used in, I think, in the British Isles of Britannia, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe so. Continuing with the article, allusions in Irish lore to Brighid's courage and especially her protection have definitely inspired us as well. We are especially fond of this paganized version of Carmina Delicia's Blessings of Brighid 264, which we call the Descent of Brighid. The genealogy of the Holy Maiden Brighid, radiant arrow of flame, noble foster mother of gods, Brighid the daughter of the Dagda, Dagda the good god, the son of Danu, Danu the mother of all things. Brighid of the mantles, Brighid of the peat heap, Brighid of the twining hair, Brighid of the augury, Brighid of the white feet, Brighid of calmness, Brighid of the white palms, Brighid of the kine. Brighid woman comrade, Brighid woman helper, Brighid woman mild. Each day and each night that I say the descent of Brighid, I shall not be slain, I shall not be injured, I shall not be put in cell, I shall not be hewn. I shall not be riven, I shall not be anguished, I shall not be ravaged, I shall not be made blind, I shall not be made naked, I shall not be left bare, I shall not be enchanted, I shall not be cursed, neither shall my power leave me. No fire, no sun, no moon shall burn me, no water, no flood, no brine shall drown me. No earth, no sod, no turf shall cover me, no air, no wind, no vapor shall sicken me. No, nor seed of the fairy host shall lift me, nor seed of the airy host shall lift me, nor earthly beings destroy me. I, under the protection of the Holy Maiden, I am under the shielding of good Brighid each day. I am under the shielding of good Brighid each night. Each early and late, each dark, every light. Brighid is my comrade woman, Brighid is my maker of song, my gentle foster mother, my beloved Brighid. It's a beautiful piece. Yeah, that's a beautiful piece. It shows basically all the aspects of Brighid in that piece all together. But it's a protection piece, which kind of brings forth kind of the warrior aspect of Brighid in a very different way than I've seen it before. I've never read that before, so that was a fairly interesting read. The meditation that they have and that I went through and listened to. It also pertained to the waters of the deep being the calmness that comes, calming you down before, then it used the fire of action and the fire of defense. So it's coming from a calm place to defend yourself, being able to calm yourself and being able to defend yourself. So the calm warrior, not the warrior that I don't know what the word would be. Not is very like when something happens, you immediately respond to it without thought, that sort of thing. It's kind of the person that is able to take a step back, be calm about the situation, and be able to take the proper steps to defend themselves, probably. That's kind of the aspect of Brighid that I've never really thought about consciously, but I think I may have been aware that she is a very calming presence, but she's also a very active presence, especially in defense of those people that are under her protection. And she doesn't take any shit. Excuse my language, but she's the type of person that if someone does something that she doesn't like, she will stand up and fight for it. I believe, and I don't want to recommend the veracity of this particular story because it was used in an Irish publication or advertisement for the fairly recent, it was maybe a couple years back, of the referendum to remove the restrictions on abortions from Irish law, like make abortions legal again, and legal and safe for women to have. There was this advertisement for it, and it was using Brighid as the patron saint of Ireland to call people back to Ireland to vote for this referendum. And it wasn't this particular ad that caused this, but there was a great it wasn't an exodus, but it was the exact opposite of exodus, of people coming back to Ireland in droves, especially women, to come vote for this referendum to have it pass and everything. It was amazing numbers of people, of women, especially women, but just people coming back to Ireland to vote for this referendum. And this particular ad uses Brighid as a calling point, or that Brighid is calling you back to vote for this thing. And it's got a story in there that I don't know the complete and utter truthfulness or of this particular story, but it fits with Brighid's character in such a way that I'm like, this is my personal gnosis. She actually has done this story. But the story is that a man came up to her, and I'm paraphrasing it horribly, but a man came up to her and told her that she would get married whether or not she wanted to. And basically she said to him, you're going to die and your eyes are going to come explode out of your mouth and all that kind of horribleness. And very matter-of-factly, the ad says, and it happened. Just like that. And it went on to actually say that a woman came to Brighid and asked her to help her out because she'd gotten into trouble, which is cue she'd gotten pregnant and she didn't want a child or had the means to support a child or something of that nature. And Brighid helped her out, which is basically saying that she helped someone have an abortion. I'm not going to, and they do say in the ad they can't really say the veracity of this particular story, especially the abortion one, but it was, I think, just about as far as Brighid could go to protect those under her care, because she's especially attributed to women and pregnant women and married women and things like that in Irish culture, as far as I'm aware. So this was just a very interesting side note to that. So acting in protection of those who are under your guard is kind of the type of warrior I think that Brighid would be attributed to. And it was a very interesting and thought-provoking article, and got me thinking, and the meditation got me thinking about it, and it was very interesting. And yeah, so just thinking about that aspect that I haven't thought of Brighid of consciously, and just thinking of all the connections that I've had over the years, saying, yeah, this fits. I definitely see her as a warrior, and yeah, that aspect does fit. And thinking also about how to bring that aspect into my personal life. Haven't quite got that far yet, but that's something to think of for the rest of this day, and maybe even this week, just this particular aspect, because it's not something I've thought of consciously before, and I've said that many times, but it was just an interesting, thought-provoking article. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm done jibber-jabbering about this. I've gone on for a little over 13 minutes. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for continuing to listen to me jabber on. So I hope you guys having a great day, and I hope to see you tomorrow with day 7 of 9. And once again, I'll be bringing day 7 up, and I also will be posting the day 3 as well, so you'll have it all up to that point by tomorrow. And in bulk, pardon me, will be coming out on the 1st or 2nd of February. I'm sorry, I'm hiccuping in the middle of all this. Depending on how my schedule pans out, because I'm dealing with a lot of family issues. This time of year is not a great time of year for me, family-wise or emotion-wise, and so doing this is kind of a slow build towards getting me to do the in bulk again and that kind of thing. So bear with me while I figure things out. Okay, so thanks for listening. Hope to see you again tomorrow, or hope to hear from you tomorrow, and hope you listen in tomorrow. All right, talk to you later. Have a great day, and be well.